On to the next match, and this is really a testament of how much my mic is gonna pick up. So Dorn has an early 2 damage. The X is in damage for Ellie. It's fighting against Kagero, so expect there to be low field counts. Draw trigger. And it looks like we have an intentional misride. At this point, Ellie probably doesn't have anything to deal with Doran's stride turn, so she's not riding a grade 3. Which does make sense. Trigger for trigger. Crit for heal. So 1 damage taken. So now Doryan should just ride grade 3, call some units, and put on pressure. If I was Doryan, I would try to call a couple of more units, get some pressure going, so that if Ellie really wants to keep this going for a long period of time, it's going to be costly. That's what I would do. Rides into the X, probably is going to stride here. Yeah, probably going to stride here. Unless, yeah, there we go, stride. But through Dorn's turns, he's had the ability to accumulate a large amount of hand. And he didn't call any field, so it doesn't get retired. I can say that's smart. Now he can save his hand for the bigger impact turns. So 26k to Vanguard. The unflip skills on the Vanguard, so so Ellie will unflip if this hits. Doryan isn't guarding.
That's true.
10k to block, and he blocks it. I don't want to ask.
Why? I think that's one of the key things that are in. It's blood play.
Mm-hmm. So now Doryan goes into stride and strides into Upheaval Pegasus again. Of course, this is just returning a heal trigger back to the deck. Crit trigger takes its place, so it's not really a negative. Decides to return the Gojo to the bottom as well immediately. That's fine.
Hold on, I can't special chips. Whew! Seriously?
Now I know that Mike picked that up. So now, what does Doryan want to do next? Just battle phase. Probably wants to conserve his hand as well as not give retire fodder to Ellie. And Ellie has to decide, is this worth guarding? He's only had 2 damage, but decides to perfect guard it. Critical trigger and Chrono Jet. So she would have been at 4 damage had she not done that. She probably wants. No, Ellie is a girl. Right, you don't know much about the moves, do you?
No.
Ellie is Moe. And I can say this because unlike Team EX, they aren't secretive about it. All you have to do is go to their team page and you can see who's who. So Ellie decides to use a Legion. Legion
Is
skill
that a
gets the
diss or
X into
fighting?
hand. How is that a diss?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
If you can't think of a reason how that would be a diss, it's not a diss.
I do have fucking chips.
Heal trigger doesn't heal. 21k to Vanguard. Doran has to think of how to guard because I guess he has to drop 3 units instead of just 2. He should still be able to stride next turn because he got Chrono Jet Dragon in his triple drive. Discard Chrono Jet Dragon. Will he go into next stage? Yes, he does.
Why wouldn't he?
Because Ellie's at 2 damage. So he probably can't end the fight this turn. If he's using next stage, he's gonna have to call some rears. He has no choice but to call rear guards.
He has no choice.
Unless he wants to not optimize, which would be a horrible idea. So he's calling all of the field. He dropped his entire hand this turn. I can't say I disagree with it though. Actually, with this field set up, he can actually attack with Chrono Dragon next age boosted, and then wait, let me see. Oh, call it as rest. Okay, never mind. Forget everything I was about to say. And since Dorn is gonna be right back, I will pause the recording. Okay, so back to the team battle. Dorn did his triple drive check and got 2 draw triggers out of it. Actually, 2 draws and a heal. Discarding 2 draws and smoke gear. So he's gonna have to go to end phase and put all of the trigger power back onto. Yeah, that's what he did. And this is 16k to the Vanguard. Did he flip a. I think he only did part of the cost. I think he only did part of Chrono Dragon's cost. I think all he did was discard 3 cards. I don't think he flipped a Chrono Jet next stage. It. I don't think he flipped a Chrono Jet next stage. I don't know if he counter. No, he didn't counter blast. So no, he only did one of the 3 parts of the cost. Please say something in the Sanctuary Alliance chat about that. Dorn, what the hell? Why would you do that? Why would he do that? Why would he call a perfect guard? He can't put it back in the hand now. Ellie is using Dragonic Overlord the Ace, trying to end the match.
He did. No, he did not.
Okay, now he counterblasts one. He also didn't flip a Chrono Jet next stage because that is part of the skill. So 31,000 at the Vanguard. And after this, it's going to be another 31,000 to the Vanguard. One of these two attacks is more than likely going to hit.
Yeah, people don't have to.
I mean, mistakes happen. It's a new card, but just be mindful of all the parts of the skill.
Mintos and Cease and Noel keep saying the same thing. I don't think he's paying attention.
Most people don't look at the chat when they're in the middle of a card fight for obvious reasons, but in cases like this, it kind of means something. Well, Doryan got criticaled in the end, so that's the end of this battle. Good games. Now it's CC's turn.